Everywhere she go, they playing my songs. That's why I say the things that I say that way.
Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I created this beautiful look that I am so obsessed with. I had this stuck in my head. I saw a variation of this on Instagram the other day and I was like, I have to do something like this. So yeah, I created this look, and I also did a little story time today on how I got hospitalized in Costa Rica when I visited last September. So if you want to see how to get this beautiful look, or if you just want to hear a funny, crazy, unexpected story, then keep watching and please subscribe. Okay, you guys, so brows are already filled in, skin is prepped, so we can start right on the eyes. Today we are doing a story time on how I got hospitalized in Costa Rica. How I got hospitalized in Costa Rica on my birthday, on my 27th birthday. Well, it was a little bit after my 27th birthday, but you get what I'm saying. It was my 27th birthday. We're first going to go in with the new nudes palette from Huda, and then I'm gonna use this light peachy shade just as a base all over. Yeah, we're gonna talk about how I got hospitalized in Costa Rica for my 27th birthday. So if you guys haven't watched my year off of YouTube video, go back and watch that, because that tells you where I've been for a year and how 26 was like the greatest year of probably my life. I had such a good year. I moved here. I did all of that. So it was a really good year, and I prioritized myself. So for my birthday, turning 27, because I had such a great year for 26, and then I'm gonna go in with Teddy just to deepen it up just a tad. And I'm concentrating it more in the crease, but putting it all over. So for my 27th, I wanted to take a girls trip. Now, mind you, for my birthday, next I'm gonna go in with the Color Excess pencil from MAC, and this is the color Commitment Issues, the purple one. I was hoping that it would be creamy enough, because the only thing about this pencil is that I don't like the way it glides on as a pencil. So this pencil can be a little tricky to work with, but we are gonna do what we can with it. But yeah, so about 2 days before we left on a Sunday, but on Friday I decided that I wanted to celebrate in the city for my birthday. I was like, I want to have dinner with my friends and I want to celebrate at one of my favorite clubs in the city. So of course we got so many bottles that night, and you know, we were going crazy. And then it was the next day, it was Saturday, so that was the night before we were leaving, and Kenzie comes over to my house, and we only take one shot, and we're supposed to be like staying up the whole time, but we ended up like taking a little nap, which resulted in us being late. So yeah, like that was like the unfortunate part. So once you get your wings down to the way that you like them, then we are going to take the ABH Norvina Pro Palette number 5. And I'm going to use you know, a combination of all of these like matte shades, these matte purple shades, to create more of the definition and that purple color that I really, really want. So yeah, so we end up almost missing our flight, you guys. Like, isn't that so crazy? Like, we almost missed our flight. Yeah, like from so much partying and drinking and everything, we almost missed the flight to Costa Rica. We woke up at the time that we were supposed to be leaving the house to go meet Tiffany, me and Kenzie. We woke up at the time that we were supposed to be leaving the house, but we woke up at that time. So it was pure chaos, pure chaos, like trying to, when we got to the airport and everything like that. Then when our connecting flight got to New York, because that's where we went first, and then we went to Costa Rica, our flight was delayed. Our flight was delayed in New York, so of course we got like mimosas, and we were just using that time to just really get drunker and get like the trip really going and started. What we ended up doing was getting breakfast, having mimosas, and then we went to another bar to drink some more. And then we got on our flight and we drank one at the beginning of the flight and then one right before we landed. I know, you guys, like we were just kind of going crazy in the beginning, and then we get to the resort and everyone is like getting to know us. I feel like we were being like, I don't think we were being promiscuous, but I don't know, I could kind of just like tell that they saw us in like a promiscuous way, I guess, because we were just young and we were just living our best lives. But at the resort, like everyone was like, you know, starting to know who we were, and we were just meeting people, and it was a really great experience and really fun. Like the entire trip was so much fun the entire time we were there, and we really had like the best experience. We like zip lined through the rainforest, like we did so much stuff on this trip, and it was like great to really just celebrate my birthday this way. Like we were twerking at pools, you guys. We were just living our best lives. Like I told you, 26 was just really just something that needed to be celebrated going into 27, and I really took the celebration to a whole new level. And yeah, like every single night, you know, there's just drinks everywhere. It's all inclusive resort. Of course, there's just drinks everywhere, and you just don't turn them down. Like even at the lobby bar, the bartender would like, we would just be sitting in the lobby, like not at the bar, and the bartender would bring us over drinks. Like they were just so nice to us and like so accommodating. But I think that was also a downfall. Okay, I'm sorry you guys, I had to go off for a second because doing a wing always like takes the most of my concentration. But anyway, so it's the last night. Of course we're celebrating, but we go to dinner. And I love sushi, you guys. Sushi is my absolute jam. I love it. I adore it. I am always going to go for the sushi. Like I'm always gonna go for it because I just really love it so much. But that day I should have said no. And it could have also been the $2 tequila shots that because we went to the club on our last night, and that could also have had something to do with it. But let's just say I got super wasted, and the next day we were supposed to go jet skiing as like our last adventure before going, you know, back home. Do you think we did it? No. I mean, Tiffany did it, but me and Mackenzie did not make it. Mackenzie started feeling better, but me, no. I was an absolute wreck, like a wreck. It was really madness. So Mackenzie and I did not make it jet skiing, but Kenzie started feeling better. I unfortunately did not. And here is where the tragedy starts happening. So we wake up the next morning, supposed to go jet skiing, don't go. Tell Tiffany, hey, you should just go because, you know, you already paid for it, and I will just miss out on the money that I paid, and Kenzie missed out on the money that she paid, whatever. So I get in the shower, I start feeling a little bit better. It's time to go. We go to pay, well, I go outside. Mind you, it's September and it's scorching. So next we're going to take the Dazzle Shadow in Diamond Crumbles, and I'm actually gonna place it on the back of my hand. And then I'm going to take my ring finger and press it together like so and put that all over the lid. Because I don't want it to be too intense, so that's why I'm not going in with a brush just yet, just the fingers, and just placing that on the lid. So I get in the shower, we go downstairs to check out and do all of those things. I step out into the heat as we're getting our car called and everything. I stepped out into that heat for 2 minutes. It was a wrap, you guys. A total wrap. I was so sick. I felt so bad. I was vomiting and doing number 2 at the exact same time. Now my friends, of course we're leaving. They want to go home. We're leaving Costa Rica and they want to go home. My friends have to get back to work the next day, or like not even the next day, but you know, everyone just is ready to go home. We've been out and I'm just going to use this little blending brush just to blend it just a bit, just so it looks more scattered. I'm going to use a little bit of B1 mixed with D2, this one here, to create just a little bit, you know, just to set it like a little set, and just a little bit because I don't want it to have too much color, but I just want the diamond crumbles to stay. So yeah, my friends are ready to go. Tiffany comes into the bathroom to check on me after I felt sick from even just stepping outside for 2 seconds. And she's like, sorry you're sick. Like, my friends were over me, but I was like, I am so sick. Like, I am not kidding. Like, I was not kidding. I was extremely sick. It was ridiculous how sick I was. So we're gonna move on to the complexion. The eyes are pretty much done. We're gonna fix, you know, some of the little wonkiness, but the eyes are done. So we're gonna go in with our foundation now. We have the House Labs and the Studio Fix Fluid, the old formula and NC47. I'm gonna mix those two. So yeah, you guys, Tiffany comes into the bathroom, checks on me. She's like, I'm sorry you're sick. Like, she was not really believing that I was like truly feeling sick. Everyone just thought I was drunk. I just thought I was drunk. Even like when, you know, Mackenzie mentioned it on our way to the airport, I really thought that it was just drunk. Turns out it was more than just drunk. It was food poisoning. We get to the airport. First of all, we're in the car and there's so many bumps in Costa Rica. Like, there are so many bumps that I am like throwing up in a bag in the back seat, laid out in this guy's van that's taking us to the airport, and I'm just feeling horrible. I'm feeling it's the worst. It's literally the worst feeling ever, and it's bumpy and it's just a mess. And yeah, it was pretty intense, you guys. This situation was so intense. So we get to the airport and they're ready to check us in and all of this stuff at the airport. I can barely stand. My friends are like, can you move so that they like don't, you know, they're like, can you please just go like somewhere so that they're like not suspicious, because they're not gonna let us on this plane. I'm like, you guys, I can't. So then I just run to the bathroom. I'm throwing up profusely in this airport bathroom, you guys. Profusely. Like, it's so bad that the lady who's cleaning the bathrooms literally is panicking. She's so scared that she goes and gets the medical examiner that works in the, not the medical examiner, isn't that like when you die? Or whatever it is, the EMTs. She goes and gets the EMTs that work at the airport to come and check on me. I'm in the bathroom by myself at this point still. Goes to get the EMTs, and the EMTs are literally like working on me, like, what did you eat? What did you this? What did you that? Like all of this stuff, and asking me all these questions. I can't answer. I'm like literally down so bad. They're sticking needles in me and all of this stuff. I'm literally shivering. I'm shivering because I'm freezing. I'm having, like, my body is just convulsing. My body is literally breaking down. It was quite nuts, to be honest. Like, very, very nuts. So we're in the bathroom. They're doing their thing on me, trying to get me to answer all these questions. What did you eat, miss? What did you drink? What do you think this is? Are you pregnant? All this stuff. I'm like, no, I'm not pregnant. Like, I'm not pregnant. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I can't really talk. I'm like, I'm super cold. Like, I'm shivering. It's pretty bad, you guys. Like, it was pretty bad. Not even gonna lie to you. It was so bad. But then at this point, I'm guessing my friends came to check on me because I didn't come back. So they came to check on me, and they're telling me that we can't get on the flight, and they see me on the floor with the EMT, or with the EMTs. And that's when they really started panicking. Tiffany starts crying, and like saying, I'm gonna call your mom. I'm like, no, do not call my mom, because my mom is just known to, first of all, she's not gonna make any situation better. She's going to freak everyone out, and then there's literally nothing she can do because she's miles and miles and miles away. Next, we are going to conceal. I'm using the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, and I'm popping that under the eye. This isn't something that I typically do, but I am gonna do it today. Yes, I am gonna put it over in the outer corner as well, and down the nose, of course. We're gonna let that dry down, and then we're just gonna bronze a little bit. So I'm like, yeah, there's no point in calling my mother, because for one, there's nothing she can do right now, and for two, she's going to panic and make the situation probably so much worse. So I'm like, please don't call my mom. Tiffany is like, please let me call your mom. I'm like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're not doing that at all. So they take me back into their office. They give me these drugs, not their office, but like their little doctors, because it's an airport, like, doctor's office, I guess. It's not much, but I'm shivering, I'm freezing. They're giving me the what do you call that, the IV that has the drugs that are gonna help my stomach, and it was working at first. And then when the medicine stopped working, and they said that this was like, you know, that this was supposed to work. No, it did not work on me. So yeah, it's not working, and he's like, oh my gosh, okay, so it's not working. We have to take you to, I think they gave me like 2 or 3 doses of this medicine that it's not working. So it's like building up to the fact that the medicine that they gave me is just not, it's not it. So then they tell me that they have to take me to the ambulance. Or take me to the hospital, and they're like, do you want to go to a private hospital or a public hospital? I'm like, okay, I don't know anything about Costa Rica, I'm not from here, what is the difference? And they're like, well, the public hospital is going to be cheaper, but it's longer wait times, and the private hospital is going to be more like expensive, but it's like your best chance at care. Of course, I'm like, give me my best chance of care. So we get in the ambulance, me and my friends. I'm like exhausted, I'm delirious, I'm all of these things, because I am out of it. I am like completely and 100% out of it. I'm out of it. I mean, I've been out of it pretty much this whole time, but I was just, the amount of times that I hurled should be illegal. Like, what? You should not. It was crazy, you guys. It was just crazy. So I'm out of it. We're in the ambulance, and then we get to the hospital. We get to the hospital, and I just remember they're like trying to pin me down and they're like, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. I'm like, they're trying to strap me down for some reason. And I'm like, I have to throw up. I will literally throw up on you. I'm taking the Sephora Micro Smooth and the number Sand 30 because this is a brightening shade and y'all know I love a good bright under eye. So yes, you guys. So I'm like, ma'am, I'm about to puke. Good thing they all like, you know, of course they spoke English because, you know, I think they just kind of, I don't know if they have to, because I mean the native language in, you know, in Costa Rica, I believe is Spanish. So I don't believe they have to, but it was just a blessing that they did when, you know, that they did, considering that I know minimal Spanish. Tiffany knows a good amount, but none of us are natives or, you know, fluent Hispanic speakers. So yeah, so we get to, and then I'm gonna go in with the translucent Sephora setting powder, the loose one, and just gonna do my normal, you know, cut my contour and everything, because I cannot live without this. This just sets it off for me. This just makes my face, I feel like, because I don't feel like I have definition. Like I don't have a snatched face, so I like to feel snatched with this little trick. You know who I first ever saw do this trick before I was even into makeup? I mean, I've always been really into makeup, but before I like was into makeup the way that I am now, Jaclyn Hill. She killed it when I first saw this. I was like, wait, what? I didn't get it. She was like, yeah, like I just remember the very first time that I saw it. I'm not saying she made it at all, but I just was like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm ever gonna get to that level of knowing how to do makeup. That was like, I don't even know how old I was when that, probably in high school or like right in the beginning of college maybe. I don't know for sure, but anyway, we're at the hospital and they do all their tests, but I'm like telling them, I'm like, I have to throw up, I have to throw up. And yeah, that was like the last time that I threw up and the last kind of mostly thing I remember before I just passed out. But yeah, so I woke up in the hospital. I was still freezing, like totally freezing. And it was so crazy. My friends got pictures of me on the floor in the hospital. Maybe I will put one up. maybe I will put one up. But yeah, you guys, this was like so intense. This was crazy. Like for my birthday, this is what we're doing for my birthday. Like what? So like on my birthday, not on my birthday, but on my birthday trip, just putting a little brow gel while I let the bake do her thing. So I woke up and of course I have no appetite or whatever because I just was puking my whole life away for like a few hours. I'm just gonna wipe this off. All right, now we're gonna do the bottom lash line. I'm gonna take a variation of the 3 kind of shades that I use at the top to just add it to the bottom lash line. And then we'll pop on some lashes because we need it. Yeah, so I wake up no appetite and just, that's when I end up calling my parents and telling everybody. I took a picture for my Instagram stories to show everyone, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Oh my gosh. Everyone either has like assumptions that it's alcohol poisoning because they saw that my stories all week where I was partying it up and going crazy, or they're like genuinely like concerned like that maybe I got poisoned in a whole different country or something. There were so many people that reached out to me during that time. But yeah, I woke up, they're asking me to, I'm just taking some lashes that I got when I ordered some hair. So I have no particular name for these, but yeah. sorry about it. But I'm just gonna pop on some lashes and then I'll come back and finish the story. Okay, so lashes are on. We're about to finish the look and finish the story, but we're gonna do some blush. So we're taking the Fever and the Hard to Get blush and we're gonna mix, because y'all know I love a good mix and I love a good glowy blush. So just a little bit of that Fever because I don't want it to be like too overpowering. So yeah, so we're in the hospital. I wake up after a semi nap because my whole body has just gone through, it was just craziness, you guys, like just crazy. My body was, whew, she was not happy with me basically. So I woke up and doctors are checking on me, making sure that I'm all good and all of this stuff. I call my parents, let them know what's going on. My mom is like, you know, trying to take it in stride. She's like, oh, she's like, but you're okay now, right? Like, da 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 da. Because if I would have called her during the time that it was all going down, she would not have had that reaction. I'm telling you this right now. So I'm glad that I waited to call her after. So pretty. This look came out just as I expected. I'm so happy. I'm just gonna pop on some mascara and then do lips. So we woke up in, I woke up, not we. I woke up. So woke up in the hospital. It's $1,000. I have sparkles everywhere, you guys, but that's okay because good thing this look is sparkly because I forgot that I had that on my finger. So we're gonna do lips. So using the chestnut pencil as always. So wake up in the hospital. I have to pee in the bed in a bedpan. I've never been to the hospital, you guys. So this is like, I don't know what, like, I've never been. Oh, I'm taking the Too Faced My Type Melted Matte liquid lipstick. So I woke up, I'm feeling a little bit better. My stomach is still a little bit of knots because it just went through some serious trauma. But I paid $1,000 for this hospital visit, and obviously they can't tell you, like they don't know if it's, you know, food poisoning or what. But I do believe that it was food poisoning, and my friends believe that it was food poisoning. And then I'm gonna add this. This was over the holidays, so they don't make this one anymore, guys, but I'm sure there are other brands that have the same exact gloss. So any gloss with a pearl, with the shimmer to it, just use that. And just pop that right on top. This is stun. Needless to say, we missed our flight, obviously, because I had to go to the hospital. And Delta, was that who we flew with? Was it Delta? I can't remember which airline we flew with. I'm pretty sure it was Delta though. They were so accommodating. There's only one flight out to out from the US to Costa Rica once a day from where we were in Costa Rica. There's only one a day. So they're so accommodating by not making us, like, you know, pay extra because we, you know, missed the flight or whatever. They just, you know, found a way for us to get on the next day's flight, which I don't know how, because the next day it was full. That plane was so full. I don't know if we took someone's spot. I don't know what happened, but this is too cute. I love a real intense gloss, so I'm just packing that baby on and on and on and on. I love. So we get to the hotel. I had to purchase a hotel the next day, or for overnight, which wasn't bad. It was like $200 or something. But we had to stay until we, you know, until the next flight, which was the next day. We're getting up to our room and this dude comes out of his room and he's like, "Hey, I saw you at the airport earlier." I was like, do I know you? Or I don't know, something he said, like, "Hey, I saw you at the airport earlier. Like, are you feeling better?" Or he asked me if I was feeling better. I think he just said, "Are you feeling better?" I was like, "Sir, do I know you? Like, what?" And he was like, "I was at the airport. I'm stuck in Costa Rica because of my visa or his passport or whatever." And he was a black male. And he's like, "Yeah, I was at the airport earlier because, you know, I'm trying to, like, get out of here. I've been stuck here, whatever." So we end up, like, just chatting with him, talking to him over dinner. we go down to like, you know, get food or whatever, and he ends up just buying us snacks and chilling with us, talking, and then we get on our flight the next day. You guys, the moral of this story truly is do not eat the sushi at the all-inclusive resorts. Just don't do it. It's just not worth it. I promise you, it's not. Just wait till you get home and go back and go to your favorite sushi restaurant when you get home. Like, it's just not worth it. I did notice that the temperature was a little bit off eating it, so that should have told me something. But do you think that I was worried about it? No, because I was too busy drinking and carrying on and doing the most. But this is the look, you guys. I think it came out so cute. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I even had some people reach out to me and let me know that like they had gotten food poisoning from almost like the same resort, either the one in Costa Rica, the one in Mexico. Like, just these all-inclusive resorts, just do not, I'm telling you, just skip the sushi. It's just not worth it. Eat a steak or whatever it is that you want, but do not indulge in the sushi. It is just not worth it. Also be careful with the drinking, because I was going a little ham. Yeah, this is probably why I avoid tequila now at this point, because it was just too intense for your girl. But that was the way that I brought in my 27th birthday. But all in all, we had a great trip. It was so much fun. And it was definitely one for the books, one to remember. But I do not recommend. The hospital took great care of me though. Like, they gave me a write-up and were like, when you get back to the US, you can go and, you know, visit like a doctor or whatever the case may be. They were really, really nice. I really appreciated that, because clearly I needed someone to be nice to me, because I was going through it. But that's just a little story time about how I got hospitalized in Costa Rica. If any of my friends are watching this, Kenzie, Tiffany, chime in. They were literally, I mean, at first they thought that this was just like regular drunkenness. I mean, I did too, so I don't blame them. But I was a little irritated, because I was like, I'm really genuinely not feeling well, you guys. Like, I understand you're trying to go home, I get it, but I'm also like, I'm traumatized, like, and I am down bad. I was down really, really bad. So yeah, but I'm so happy with this look. It came out exactly how I envisioned it in my head. I did get a little bit of inspo from Instagram. I saw something similar to this, was probably executed a little bit differently, but this was my little version, and I love the way it came out. So yeah, if you enjoy the tutorial and or the story, please subscribe, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.